Are you feeling stuck on the twin flame journey? Your divine counterpart, aka twin flame, is a mirror of you. Contrary to what you might think or what other people on the internet may have you believe, this journey is not about whether or not you're going to be with your divine counterpart. This is a journey about you. Practice detachment and letting go. Seek support. Maintain your faith and trust within yourself, not on the connection, on yourself. Are you feeling overwhelmed on the twin flame journey? If so, this video is for you. So this video, I have 6 valuable tips that should give you more clarity and understanding about the challenges that are meant to happen on the twin flame journey. If you're new to my channel, welcome to Blossom and Rise. My name is Amber Choisella. I am a divine feminine in union, a spiritual medium, a licensed psychotherapist, and I talk about conscious relationships here on this channel, which include twin flames, karmics, soulmates, the relationship that you have with yourself and with spirit. So if that sounds interesting, stay tuned. We'll get into it, okay? Okay, so when I was on my twin flame journey years ago, Spirit told me to share my journey, and then it just brought me to this place where it's like, oh my gosh, like this is actually very needed. People need to know more about this because there's so much misinformation out there, okay? So if you resonate with the 6 tips that I give you, please comment, please like, please let me know, okay? So I made a list because I used to go off the top of my head, and that's just, it's not smart. I'm an Aquarius, and so it just makes sense at the time, but I can't do that. I can't do that. So number 1, we need to embrace self-love and healing, okay? Because your divine counterpart, aka twin flame, I like divine counterpart more because it doesn't sound so cliche, is a mirror of you. And due to them being a mirror and vice versa, they're going to reflect back your biggest insecurities or your biggest wounding, okay? For me, it was abandonment, okay? So I already had issues with abandonment that were not rooted in my divine masculine. It's just that was a catalyst to help me heal what was coming up for me, because the universe is so abundant that it's going to give you ample opportunity to heal any aspects of yourself, all right? Like whether we remember it or not, our souls incarnated in this time to learn soul lessons. They're going to reflect back your deepest insecurities and your fears, all right? But this is a time that you really need to focus on healing and self-love, okay? Cultivating that, okay? That could include meditation, journaling, therapy. I was in therapy the entire time that I was on my twin flame journey, thankfully, because I had dealt with a breakup from my ex. I was dealing with burnout at work, that I met my divine masculine, and then shit really hit the water, okay? Or hit the fan. That feels like very much deja vu right now this time, but doing things that foster your self-awareness and inner peace. That's important. That's tip number 1. Tip number 2 is to understand the purpose of the connection. Contrary to what you might think or what other people on the internet may have you believe, this journey is not about whether or not you're going to be with your divine counterpart. It's not. Newsflash, okay? That's not what it's about. This journey is about personal development and spiritual development. And that's the things that we need to focus on, okay? I give conscious relationship mentoring, okay? And the session is about you, okay? What you're going through, what's coming up for you, how to focus on you, not the opposite energy, okay? This is a journey about you. Utilize your spiritual resources on this journey when things get really difficult. Learn how to meditate. Learn how to connect with your spirit team, your spirit guides, your spiritual teachers, your ancestors. They're all there supporting you always. You are never dealing with anything alone, okay? Even if you can't feel their energy, you're unaware, it doesn't mean that you're alone. Just remember that. The challenges are opportunities to grow, opportunities to transform. Because if we don't have any challenges, how are we supposed to build understanding and build resilience more than anything else, right? We can't. Number 3, Communicate openly and honestly. So you know what they talk about pillars, okay? When you're building a relationship with someone, communication and trust is like, those are the pillars that build any type of relationship. This is a relationship, okay? So if you're in contact with your divine counterpart, communicating openly and honestly is a challenge, but it's needed. Now, I'm gonna put up here my video that I did for learning how to speak to their higher selves, okay? This is what got me through my journey with my divine counterpart. And being a medium, I understood energy. So when I first met him in this lifetime, my soul recognized his soul and I understood that. And so then when he was in and out, I was like, okay, I need to speak to his higher self. And so I did that. And it was effective. And I wrote it down, hold on. I wrote down my experiences in this notebook, okay? And when I tell you that he verified everything that I wrote, this is in 2020, in April 2020, everything that I wrote, he was able to give me insight about without me even having to say anything, okay? Writing is so therapeutic for me. And so I wrote throughout that time of physical separation, okay? And just understand that physical separation is absolutely paramount and it's absolutely necessary because that's the time. He actually said that it's a sacred space. And it is completely a sacred space because it gives you the opportunity, if you choose, to focus on healing emotional wounds that are coming up. Because you cannot come into union or alignment with your divine counterpart if you've not done the work to do so, i.e. healing, i.e. improvement, okay? It's not gonna happen. So if you think that's interesting, check into it, okay? Your meditation game, learn how to connect to your higher self, connect to their higher self, so you can get more information and more communication, okay? Number 4, practice detachment and letting go. So that's the surrendering stage, essentially, when we stop trying and just let things be as they're going to be. You know that saying is, if it's meant to be, it will be, no matter how much you try, fight, whatever, it's gonna be what it's gonna be, right? So this is the time that you hold space for that individual, that opposite energy, and then you continue to move forward. I remember when I was in therapy and divine counterpart came back around for real this time, and I was telling my therapist, like, you know, like I feel crazy because I said this was gonna happen and it happened. And she goes, no, you're not crazy because you're intuitive, number 1. And number 2, you weren't obsessed because you kept moving forward. You didn't allow that to stop you. You kept moving forward on your journey of healing. It's like, you're absolutely right. So yes, don't become so fixated on the outcome because you'll miss out on the present. You'll miss out on the present of you. If you're in tune enough, you'll notice that shift in yourself, and you may just notice that shift within your counterpart, like I did. But that's really how you understand energy and your relationship with energy. So remember, holding space, but we need to move forward. Number 5, seek support. I know when I was on my journey to union, I didn't have support outside of my therapist, right? And I'm glad that I had that, but I remember, you know, my best friend was like, you need to get over this person doesn't care about you, this isn't that, because his actions were saying that. I mean, in and out, you know, like, but I knew on the soul level what it was. And I trusted that, but it would have been nice to have other people that were spiritually conscious as I was. And I did meet some people, but it would have been great to like be part of a community. However, there's communities out there that have individuals that believe they're on the twin flame journey, but in fact, they're on a karmic journey, right? Which is also another soul connection. It's just, it's not the same as a divine counterpart though. But there's a lot of lessons to be learned out of karmic situations. So they're for purpose. All that we experience is for purpose. Let's not glamorize the twin flame journey. Let's not glamorize twin flame union because there's still work that has to be done. It's hard because the constant personal development, the constant spiritual development, and now it's no running and chasing. Like you do that together, and it's really hard. It's hard, but you do it. Just like any relationship that you have, okay? Don't think that twin flames are just like, it's still another relationship that you maintain. It's just you're consciously aware of one another and their purpose in your life. But seek support if you need to. That's so important. Seek support, okay? Find a spiritual minded or consciously aware therapist like myself. I'm only licensed in California at this time, so I cannot have therapy with people outside of California at this time. But like I said, I do offer conscious relationship mentoring, which is a little different. So if you're interested, check that out. Link in bio. The last one that I'm gonna say is for you to be able to maintain your faith and trust within yourself, okay? Not on the connection, on yourself. Knowing that you can overcome all the challenges that are in your way right now, in your life right now, all right? You're building resiliency right now. Contrary to popular belief, twin flames are not split from one soul, okay? They're two souls created at the same time of creation. This came into my consciousness and I heard it twice in two different books, okay, about the soul's journey. So I feel like I'm onto something. Plus, I am a fraternal twin, okay? That's 2 eggs, 1 sperm, right? So if you think about it, it's like energy, 2 souls, boom. But I'm not gonna dissuade you, I'm just look at it differently, okay? Because oftentimes we like to be codependent and think that other soul is what we need to be complete, and it's wrong, it's absolutely wrong. But yeah, so let me know what you guys think about that, okay? Because these are all really good tips, all that I followed on my journey to union. So comment, let me know what you think about it. Sharing is caring. Hit me up. My contact information is down below in the description box. And I'll see you soon. Bye for now.